Hello and welcome to Sharda e-learning educational video tutorials. We are covering the chapter number 1, linear equation in two variables. In this video, we will see the practice set number 1, which is the last practice set from this chapter. So question number 1 is choose correct alternative for each of the following questions. So we have the answers explained here. If you have questions, you can take a look at them. The first question is, I will read it. To draw graph of this equation, 4x plus 5u is equal to 19. To draw the graph of this equation, find y when x is equal to 1. Find y when x is equal to 1. When we are going to find the y, just put the value of x is equal to 1. Like here, 4 into 1 plus 5u into y is equal to 19, and try to find out the y by eliminating all other terms. Okay, 4 into 1 4 plus 5 is equal to 19. Then get this 4 into right hand side, then 5y is equal to 19 and y is equal to 3. So thus the correct answer is option B, which is a 3. Second example is x is equal to, second example I will read the question. For simultaneous equations in the variables x and y, dx, dy and d are given, then what is x? So if we know the formula, we can quickly calculate the x. X is equal to dx upon d. We know this is from determinant method. X is equal to dx upon d. So what is dx? Dx is 49 and d is 7. So x is 7. The option number 1 is correct. Third example, determinant is given and they told to find the value. So to find the value, we have to subtract the cross multiplication. 5 into minus 4 minus 20 minus 3 into minus 7, which is a minus 21 minus means plus 21 is equal to 1. The option D is correct. Question number 4. To solve x plus y is equal to 3 and 3x minus 2y is equal to 3x minus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. By determinant method, find D. Firstly, we have to do one thing. We have to convert this second equation in standard format. For doing it, we will do minus 4 will be on the right hand side plus 4. So D is equal to the coefficient of x's, which is 1 and 3. Then coefficient of y is 1 and minus 2. After solving this determinant, 1 into minus 2 minus 1 into 3 is equal to minus 5. The option C is correct. Example number 5 from question number 1. Ax plus by is equal to c and mx plus ny is equal to d. And an is not equal to bm. Then these simultaneous equations have. So when we find out the determinant of these equations, we can write here d is equal to ab mn, right? Then we will find the value an minus bm. This is the value. But what we have given is an is not equal to bm. An is not equal to bm means they can't be 0. D is not equal to 0, right? There should be having some values other than 0. So these equations have a unique solution or one common solution. Hence the correct answer is 1, A. Okay. Question number 2 is about graphical method. Complete the graph to draw the graph of complete the table to draw the graph of 2x minus 6y is equal to 3. This is only one line we have to draw. When one equation is given, it means they should be having one line. So how is the table? There are values are given. Minus 5 is given means put the x is equal to minus 5 and calculate the y. Y should be minus 13.6 and put the y is equal to 0, then x should be 3 by 2. So write it in the ordered pair minus 5 into comma minus 13 6 and 3 by 2 comma 0, and point these on the graph. These point these x and y ordered pair on this graph. Minus 5 into minus 13 should be here, right? Minus 5 of x minus 13.6. Calculate it in the point values so that we can draw the graph of the line. The third question is also often graphical method. So we can draw the table for separate equations. 2x plus 3y is equal to 12 is our first equation. Then x minus y is equal to 1 is our second equation. Try to put some simple values. When we put x is equal to 0, find the y. Then put y is equal to 0, find the x. Right? Then y is equal to put 1 or 2 and find the x. So that just get the table of three values so that we can get accurate straight lines. Similarly do with this, and this is the our answer. You can draw of yourself and check it if you are drawing it correct. The intersection line, the intersection of the two line is the important, is our solution. So check it where these two line meets, where they are meeting. Write the value of x first, where they are meeting at this point, and this point has value of x3 and value of y2. So the point is 3 comma 2. Since what is the solution line, what is the answering line, this is the answering line you have to write. The solution of given equation is the point of intersection of the two lines, that is 3 comma 2. This is the line you have to write to complete your example. Similarly, this is the example. X minus 3y is equal to 1. Put y is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. Find the x values. Similarly with this, 3x 2y plus 4. Find y when x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 2, when x is equal to 4, and try to draw the lines and find out where they are intersecting, and the intersecting point, which is minus 2 minus 1. This is the intersecting point, minus 2 minus 1, which is the solution of our equations. Third, you can pause the video if you want to check out the answers, right? The third question is 5x minus 6y plus 30 is equal to 0 is one equation. Then 5x plus 4y minus 20 is equal to 0. Try to put x is equal to 0, then find y. Then put y is equal to 0, then find x. Similarly do with this, x0 put, then find the value of y. Then put the 0 is equal to y, where y is equal to 0, then find x is equal to 4. Similarly draw the line. You can see this is the point of intersection which has a 0 as x value and a 5 as a y value. So the solution of the given equation is the point of intersection of two lines is 0 comma 5. This is the solution. Question number 4 is on also graphical method, and there are two different equations of two different lines. Find out the x and y values. When we put x is equal to 0, find y. When we put x is equal to 1, find out y. Similarly do with this, x0 y0, find similarly x and y values. Then find these two lines where they are meeting is the solution. 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 is our solution. Okay, this is the graphical method of solving simultaneous equation. Let's go next. What is next? Question number 5. Question number 5. 3x plus y is equal to 10. This is the equation. 3x plus y is equal to 10. X minus y is equal to 10. Put x is equal to 0 and find. Put x is equal to 1 and find y. Similarly, put x is equal to 0, find y. Y is equal to 0, find x. This is very simple to find out the table. Then we can see here 0 comma 10. Where is 0 comma 10? This is 0 comma 10. This is 1 comma 7. Where is 1 comma 7? This is 1 comma 7. Join these to complete this line and find out where they are meeting, where they are intersecting. The intersecting point is 3 comma 1 is the solution required. Okay. Question number 4 is about finding the values of determinant. As we know how to find the values of determinant, do the cross multiplication first. 4 into 7 is equal to 28 minus 3 into 2, 6. 28 minus 6, 22. Similarly, 5 into 1 minus this minus is separate from these minuses, right? Minus 2 minus 3 is plus 6, but minus into plus 6 is again minus 6. So 5 minus 6 minus 1. Similarly, 3 into 4 minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, but minus 1 is plus 1. That's why 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. Okay, here is the answer. I will read the question number 5. This is a solve the following equation by Cramer's method, which is also called a determinant method. Solve this by determinant method. As we know, what we have to do is firstly convert this equation into standard format, right? What is the standard format? Ax plus by is equal to c, right? So firstly we will convert this equation into standard format. So as we can see here, this is the equation which is in the standard format. Ax plus by is equal to c. This is in the standard format, but this equation is not. So what we have to do is write the equation in rewrite this equation like this: 3x 5y is equal to this minus 8 will be positive on the right hand side. Now this is our equation for this equation number 3. Now we can see d is, what is d? 6 minus 3, 6 minus 3, and 3 5, 3 5, right? This is our equation number 1. So d is coefficient of x and y is 6 minus 3, 3 5. Then replace the coefficient of x in the dx, right, by constant minus 10 and 8. Minus 10 and 8 is replaced. Similarly, in dy column, replace these y values with the constant values. Then find out the determinant. What is the determinant value? 6 into 5 minus 3 into 3. This is the values of every determinant. 39 minus 26, 78. Then step number 3 is find the x and y. Find the x and y. X is equal to dx upon d, which is 26 upon 39, which is minus 2 by 3, and 78 upon 39, which is 2. Okay, so this is our first. Now it's the second. It's in the standard format. We can see here m n, and constants are on the right hand side, right? They are not on the left hand side. So this is these are in standard format. So what we can do is write the step number 2 directly. D is equal to 4 to 4 comma minus 2, 4 comma 3, 4 comma minus 2, 4 comma 3. Now when we writing dx, just replace these x values. These two are x values, right? 4 and 4, coefficient of x's. So replace these with minus 4 and 16. Now when we writing dy, replace these minus 2 and minus 3 with minus 4 and 16. Minus 4 and 16, minus 4 and 16. This is quite simple to understand. Calculate these determinant values and then x is equal to dx upon d and y is equal to dy upon d. What is dx? Dx is 20, dy is 80, and divide them by 20 and find out the values of x and y and rewrite the values of x and y in the ordered pair. Xy is equal to 1, 4. What is x? 1. What is y? 4. Question number 3. This is the question number 3. Let's check if they are in the standard format. Yes, they are. Ax plus b constant, ax plus b constant, x plus by, sorry, x plus by constant, x plus by constant. So these are in the standard format. We have to do just calculate the d, dx and dy. D is equal to 3 comma minus 2, 1 by 3 plus 3. So then replace the value of x as 3 and 1 by 3. Replace these with 5 by 2 and minus 4 by 3. Then 5 by 2 and minus 4 by 3 instead of minus 2 and 3. It's quite simple again. X is equal to dx upon d. What is dx? 29 upon 6. And what is d? 29 upon 3. So what is how to calculate this? 29 upon 6 into 3 upon 29. 29 will get cancelled and 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. Similarly with this, so the ordered pair is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. This is question number 4 of determinant solving. 7x plus 3y is equal to 15. 12y minus 5x is equal to 39. Find out the d, dx and dy. This is a similar method, similar example. No big thing. You can just calculate the d, dx and dy, then x and y, and write in the ordered format. So this is a practice part. If you want to be the perfect, you have to practice a lot. Okay. So I think one more example is on determinant. This is it. So this is some different type of example. Example is given in a non-standard format, right? Example is given like this: x plus y minus 8 upon 2 is equal to x plus 2y minus 14 upon 3 is equal to 3x minus y is equal to 4. So basically what is given here is it is a some other format than usually see, but nothing to worry. This is just a simple equation again. What we do here is just take first two quantities, first two terms only. Just ignore this because it is also equal to. We can just take these also, right? Just take these two terms first, then find out what is the equation between them. If you take these two equations, x plus y minus 8 is equal to x plus 2y minus 14 is equal to. Just ignore this for first time. Then we will ignore one of the first two terms. Firstly, we can see here if we take these two terms, we can calculate the simultaneous equation easily. What we have to do is just to is cross multiplying with the right hand side and 3 is multiplying with the left hand side. So equation is becoming like this: 3x, 3 into x, 3x, 3 into y, 3y, 3 into minus 8, minus 24, right? Is equal to 2 into x, 2x, 2 into 2y, 4y, 2 into minus 14, minus 28. Now we can see here 3x minus x, 3x minus 2x. This is 2x is positive here. We will get it on left side. 3x minus 2x x, 3y minus 4y minus y is equal to 24 will be positive on the other side, but 28 is negative, so minus 4. This is first equation. So we took these first two. Now take these two. Okay. X plus 2y minus 14 upon 3 x plus 2y minus 14 upon 3 is equal to 3x minus y upon 4. These are the remaining two terms we have to consider. Now, similarly, just multiply them, cross multiply them, and find out what is the equation. This is the second equation. 5x minus 11y is equal to 56. Okay, first we took these two equations, then we took these two equations and find out the two different equations. Now we can see these are in our standard format, right? Ax plus by plus is equal to c. Similarly, ax plus by is equal to c. Now we can calculate dx and dy, right? Here is our procedure. We are repeating every time. Dx dy is equal to whatever is the values, then find x from these values, dx upon d, dy upon d, and then find out the solution, which is 2 comma minus 6. Question number 6, which is solve the simultaneous equations. Solve the simultaneous equation. So we can see here, this is a another practice set we have completed also. This is from the practice set we have completed, which equations which are not in linear format, but we can convert them, reduce them to linear equations, right? We can see here 2 upon x plus 2 upon 3y is equal to 1 upon 6. Similarly, 3 upon x plus 2 upon y is equal to 0. If we put 1 upon x, because it is not in linear, we are doing this substitution because they are not in linear, so that we are doing it for converting them into linear equation. 1 upon x is equal to u and 1 upon y is equal to v. So if we put u and v like this, what is the equation? 2 into u and 2 by 3 into v is equal to 1 upon 6. Similarly, in this case, 3 into v for u and plus 2 into v. Similarly, these two equations, this equation is the same equation, right? Because what is done here is just simplified the equation, right? Just multiplied them by 6, to get it in the simpler format, because this is a fractional, so it can be get harder to solve. That's why it's simplified. By multiplying 6, it can be 12u, 4v is equal to 1, right? So these are the equations we got it after substituting. Now we can solve them by our elimination method. Elimination method is try to cancel out, try to eliminate one of the variables. We will eliminate here. We can see here is a 4v, 2v. We can subtract them after before subtract them after multiplying this equation by 2. So multiply equation number 2, so it will be 4v, and it will be also 6v, 0 into 2 0. So 4v, 4v, we can subtract it and find the value of u. Similarly, find the value of v after putting this value of any of this equation, right? Find the value of v, and then u and v, return them to x, right? 1 upon x is was u, so u is 1 upon 6, u is 1 upon 6, so x is 6 and y is minus 4. So this is the answer we want. So this is example number 2. 7 upon 2x plus 1 plus 13 upon y plus 2 is equal to 27. 13 upon 2x plus 1 plus 7 upon y plus 2 is equal to 33. Here we can see these are not in linear format. So what will we do is substitute these 1 upon 2x plus 1 whole substitution is equal to u. 1 upon y plus 2 is equal to v. Similar format of the example. Now we can see here 7 into u, 7 into these, right? 7 into this is equal to the original term. So that 7 into u, 13 into v, is equal to 27. Similarly, 13 into u plus 7 into v is equal to 30. These are our new equations which are in linear. Now we can see here they are just exchanged a coefficient, right? Coefficient of x is 7 and here coefficient of y is 7. Coefficient of x is 13 and coefficient of y is 13 and here coefficient of x is 13. So they are just interchanged. In this condition we know what we can do is just add them and subtract them. Both the uh, computation, both the operations will be helping us, because 13 into 7 20, 13 into sorry plus 13 in plus 7 20, 13 plus 7 20, and also 27 plus 33 60. Now divide them all by 20, we can see the simpler equation u plus v is equal to 3. Similarly, if we subtract them, we will get u minus v is equal to 1. Now these are equations easy to solve, just add them. After adding them, we can see they just be cancelled. The 2u is equal to 4u is equal to 2. Then put these in one of these uv equations. When we find the u value or v value and find the other v value, then you have to put the equations where they are in uv equations, right? So when we got the u is equal to 2, now we want the v, so put the u value in these equations, in one of these equations, and find the v is equal to 1. Then the last step, which is finding the x and y. What was the assumption we made at the start of the example was 1 upon 2x plus 1 is equal to u. Then u is equal to 2. So find the x which is x is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 4. Okay. Similarly, 1 upon y plus 2 is equal to v is equal to 1, which is we found out, right? Then find the y value, y is equal to minus 1, and this is the ordered pair of x and y. Okay. The third example is 148 upon x, 231 upon y is equal to 527 upon x, y. And this equation 231 upon x plus 148 upon y is equal to 610 upon xy. We can see they are not in a standard format and also not in a linear equation. These equations are in non-standard format. So we can see here xy is a extra term. We want only constant on the right hand side. Okay, what is the standard equation format is ax plus by is equal to c. We want the constant term on the right hand side of the equal sign, but these variables are coming on the right hand side, so we have to cancel out these x and y, so we are multiplying them by x and y. What is the multiplication? Then we will multiply all these both the equations by x and y. So this is the answer after multiplying 148 y, because when we multiplying x will be cancelling and only y is remain. In this case y will be cancelled and x is remain, and in this x and y totally cancelled. Now we can see here is it is in the standard format. Similarly do with this 231y plus 148x is equal to 610. Now we can see these are similar type where the coefficients are interchanged. Just y coefficient of y is 148 here and coefficient of x is 148 here. So add them and simultaneously subtract them, and we can find the easiest solutions. X plus y is equal to 3, y minus x is equal to 1, and find, if we can just add them, we can find the 2y is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2. Then put y in one of these xy equations and find x is equal to 1 comma 2. There is no need to put any of the substitutions here, just multiply x and y with x and y to the both equations to cancel out these unwanted part of the equation. This is unwanted part, right? We just want the constant on the right hand side, we don't want the variable in our standard format, so do it with the just multiplying with the xy. Okay. Equation number, this is a third third example. Now example number 4. Example number 4 is 7x minus 2y upon xy is equal to 5, and 8x plus 7y upon xy is equal to. So what is given here is also in a not non-linear format, but we can do it by doing some operations, right? So what is the first operation we need to do is just give this denominator separate to each of these numerator terms, right? 7x upon xy will be 7 upon y. 7x upon xy will be 7 upon y. Minus sign as it is. 2y upon xy will be 2 upon x, right? Y will be cancelled and x is remained on the denominator. So 7 upon y minus 2 upon x is equal to 5. Similarly, 8x upon xy is 8 upon y plus 7y upon xy is 7x is equal to 15. Now we can see here, we can put 1 upon y is equal to v and 1 upon x is equal to u. Similar substitutions we are doing earlier. Now we can rewrite the equation 7 into v minus 2 into u is equal to 5u, right? 8 into v plus 7 into u is equal to 15. Now we can see here, we will multiply one of the equation with the 7 and one of the equation with 2, right? So that we will get some similar terms to cancel out. We will get here minus 14u plus 14u after multiplying equation 1 with the 7. Why we are multiplying 7? Because we want the term minus 14u plus 14u, something you should be cancelling out, right? Elimination method means eliminate one of the variable and find out others value, right? V is equal to 1, then put v's value in, then find out u. After putting, right, you find out the v's value, then we know what is the substitution. 1 upon y is equal to v, so y is equal to 1. Similarly, v's value put in the equation number 1, u is equal to 1, then find out x is equal to 1. Then the ordered pair solutions are x and y is equal to 1 and 1. So in this example, we do it by our earlier method, but before doing substitutions, we just gave them in the standard format. We need to convert them in at least substitution format, right? As, so this is it. Example number 4. Example number 5. Example number 5. Look at the example. This is the example number 5. 1 upon 2 into 3x plus 4y plus 1 upon 5 into 2x minus 3y is equal to 1, and similarly this equation. So this equation looks quite complex, but it is not. When we look at this equation, we can see here there is a one common term in both these equations. What is it? 1 upon 3x plus 4y, 1 upon 3x plus 4y, 1 upon 2x minus 3y, 1 upon 2x minus 3y. We can see here, right? So these are the common terms. We can replace it, right? Just substitute them as a u and v. 1 upon 3x plus 4y is equal to u, 1 upon 2x minus 3y is equal to v. So after putting it, we can see 1 by 2 into u plus 1 by 5u into v is equal to 1 by 4. So make it simpler equation by multiplying it with the 5u. No, multiplying it with the 20, I guess, right? Multiplying with the 20, so it is 10u, 4v, and 5u. Similar example with this 5u into u minus 2 into v is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now multiply it with the 2. Why we are multiplying with the 4 or 20? Because we need to do it simple, right? So that we can do our calculations very easily. That's why we are multiplying here with the 20, because if we multiply here 4, so it will be 4 by 5, right? 4 by 5 is a quite complex figure to operate on. So that we can just see here 5 into 4 is 20. If we multiply by 20, we will get all the easy figures on our numerator side, sorry, on the equation. Similarly, in this equation, we can see here is the only problem is 2. So we will multiply here by 2. Whole equation is multiplied by 2. 10u minus 4v is equal to minus 3. So these are the computations we need to do when we are simplifying the equation. Then we can see here minus minus 4v plus 4v. We can just add them to cancel them out. 20u is equal to 2, u is equal to 1 by 10. Let's put these values in the equation to find out v. So now we have u and v. U is equal to 1 by 10, v is equal to 1. Now, what are the assumptions we made? 1 upon 3x plus 4y is equal to u, which is a 1 by 10. Now we found out 1 by 10 is the value of u. Now we can see here we find the new equations, right? 3x plus 4y into 10, right? Cross multiply. 3x plus 4y is multiplied with 1, so it is same, and 10 is multiplied with 1 is equal to 10. So this is the new equation. Similarly with this, 1 upon 2x plus minus, sorry, 1 upon 2x minus 3y was the assumption is equal to v, right? And v's value is 1. Now we can see 2x minus 3y is equal to 1. Okay, so these are two new equations we have to work with. Now we can see here, here is 3x and 2x, so we cannot easily eliminate them. So we will do is multiply equation 3 with 2, right? 3 with 2 and 2 with 3, so that we will get 6x on the both sides, and we will subtract them to cancel out. When we subtract them, this will be get positive, and 8 and 9 plus 8 plus 9, 17y is equal to 20 minus 3, 17, y minus y is equal to 1. And put this value y is equal to 1 in one of the xy values, right? One of the xy equations, and find the x values. X is, and y is equal to 2 comma 1. Okay, so this is the equation. This is the solution of equation. Then these are the some problems, some word problems, also called as application of simultaneous equations. So we need to solve them one by one. Okay, so the question is, I will read the question first. If you have books, you can also uh, take your book and read the question with me. The question number 7, I guess. Yes, and from it the question number 1, example number 1. A two digit number and the number with digits interchanged. Digits are interchanged. What is next? Which is add up to 143, means a digit number which is a two digit, and the second number which is a number with digit interchange. Okay, suppose the number is 1 and 0. 10 is the number. The second number will be 0 and 1. 1. Okay, so but in this case, a two digit number and the number with digit interchange add up to 143. In the given number, the digit in the unit place is 3 more than the digit in the tens place. So find the original number. In these types of word problems, we need to find out what are the conditions in the examples. So what is the first condition we can see is this one. A two digit number and the number with digit interchange add up to 143. Something is 143, but someone's addition is 143, but what is the equation format of it? So let's assume the number. So let the number at unit place. So there are two-digit numbers, right? There are two digits in the number, so we can see here, we can assume here units place means the first place, right? Units place is x, and the digit at tens place is y. So the number will be 10y into x. Because it is a tens place, we will multiply it by 10y plus x. How it is calculated, I will demonstrate with the example, right? If we assume, sorry, what is it? If we assume unit place as x, suppose we have the number 54, right? So 54, how the 54 is value calculated using these digits? So unit place, what is the unit place here? 4 is unit place, and what we have assumed here unit place is x. Okay, unit place will be x, and digit at tens place means 5, right, is y. So how this number will be giving us 54, right? When unit place is 4, we can 4 plus 5 into 10, which is 50, right? 4, which was our unit place, is x, right? And tens place, which was y, is multiplied by 10. Because it's 10 place, we multiply it with the 10, 5 into 10, right? And we can see here 4 plus 50 is equal to 54. So this is how the number system works, right? If it is hundreds place, we multiply it with the 100, right? Something like 101. If it is the number, how it is going to be computed? So this unit place, right? 102. Let's assume 102. So we can see it, 102. Okay. So 2 into 1, because it is unit place, right? Plus 0 into 10, plus 1 into 100, because it's 100 place, its unit, its stays, it's 100. So we can see here 100 plus 10 plus 2, which is a, sorry, 100 plus 0 plus 2, which is a 102. So this is the system of number works. Okay, so we can see here the number will be 10y plus x, because we assumed y is a 10th place digit. Okay, that's why. But when we interchange, what is the condition? Interchange the digits. So if we interchange the digits, the number will be replaced by x is replaced by y, and y is x. So 10x y plus y, this is the second number. And what is the condition, actual condition? So adding them is a 143. So add them, 10y plus x, okay, plus 10x plus y is equal to 143. So 10y plus y, 11x, x plus 10x, 11y. So this is the equation we got. X plus y is equal to 13 after dividing it by 11. Divided by 11, so get it simpler format. This is the first equation. We got it from first condition. The second condition is in the second line. In the given number, the digit in units place is 3 more than digit in the tens place. Okay, in the given number, the digit in the units place, okay, which is x, right, is more 3 more than the digit in tens place, means the difference between them is 3, which is more unit in the digit in the units place, right? Units place is 3, oh, sorry, x, and tens place is y. So x minus y is equal to 3. Now we got the these two equation. We can just add them and calculate the numbers, right? This is the easiest method to solve. X plus y is 13, x minus y is equal to 3. Just add them. If you add them, x plus x 2x and y will be cancelled. 13 plus 3, 16, x is equal to 8. Now put this into this, and we can find out the number is. So when we find x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 5, x, what was x? X was the unit place. X was the unit place. So x is a 8. So unit, give them in a unit place, and y was a tens place. So 58 is the number we wanted. Okay. Here is the question number 2. Kantabai bought 1.5 kg tea and 5 kg sugar from a shop. She paid rupees 50 as return fare for rickshaw. Total expense was rupees 700. Then she realized that by ordering online, the good can be bought with free home delivery at same price. So next month, she placed the order online for 2 kg tea and 7 kg sugar. She paid 880 rupees for that. Find the rate of sugar and tea per kg. So there are two things we can see here. Kantabai bought Kantabai bought tea and sugar, right? Kantabai bought tea and sugar in 2 months, right? Right? So we can assume here is let the rate of tea x and let the rate of y, let the rate of sugar y. Simple it is in the first month. What happened is uh, Kantabai bought 1.5 kg. 1.5 kg means 3 by 2. You can convert 1.5. How to write? How to convert this? I will quickly show. What is the question? Sorry, what is the figure given in the 1.5 kg tea? 1.5 is equal to, how to calculate them is 1 into 2. 1 into 2 plus 1 is 3 and upon 2. So 1.5 is also called as 3 by 2. So this is coming up. So Kantabai bought this 1.5 x is tea, 1.5 kilo x tea plus 5 kg of sugar, right? 5 kg of sugar means 5y plus she gave she gave 50 rupees as a return fee for a rickshaw. She gave 50 rupees for rickshaw, so it should be adding up, right? This one is for tea, this one is for sugar, this one is for rickshaw, and total bill was 700. Now we can simplify it by multiplying by 2. If we multiply by 2, 3x, 10y, and this can be 50 will be subtracted from this. So 650 into 2, 1300. So this is the equation we got. Okay, this one is the equation from our condition number 1, month number 1. Now in the second month, what Kantapai did is she purchased online now 2x means 2 kilogram of tea. Right? Right? She purchased a 2 kilogram of tea and 7 kilogram of sugar. So 2x plus 7y and the bill was 880. Now we can see we have two equations, but we can see here is 3x, 2x. So we can do here multiply equation 1 with the 2 and 2 with the 3. Then we can 6x, 6. We can see here 6x, 6x will be cancelled by subtracting them. So y is equal to 40 and x is equal to 300. So thus the rate of t is what was the assumptions? X was for t, right? So x is 300. The t is at 300 rupees per kg and sugar is also 40 rupees per kg. The unit is also important in the these types of word problems. Question number 3. Okay. Uh, Question number 3 is the completing the table, I guess. Yeah. To find the number of notes, that Anushka had, complete the following activity. Suppose the first line is, suppose that Anushka had X notes of rupees 100. In the book there is given rupees 10, but it should be 100, right? Yep. It's a correction we have to do, it should be 100, not 10. So suppose that Anushka had X notes of 100 and Y notes of 50, right? So the first equation will be Anushka got rupees 2,500 from Anand as denominations mentioned above, right? She got 2,500. She got 2,500. But how 100 rupees notes are X? Okay, X 100 rupees notes, Y 550 rupees notes, and total amount is 2,500. So after simplifying, this is our first equation. Now the second equation. If Anand would have given her the amount by interchanging the number of notes, Anushka would have received 500 less than the previous amount. 500 lesser than previous amount. What is the previous amount? Previous amount was 2,500. Now she got 2,000. But how? Interchanging the number of notes means if the number of notes of 100 was X, now it's a Y, means 100Y. 100 notes of, sorry, Y notes of 100 and X notes of 50. Getting it? What was the first condition? First condition was there was some 100 rupees notes and 50 rupees notes. 100 rupees notes and 50 rupees notes. There were X 100 rupees notes and Y 50 rupees notes. Now X 50 rupees notes and Y 100 rupees notes. This is interchanged. Okay, interchange the number of notes. Now we got the equation number 2. Why 2,000? Because she got 500 less. Because she got 500 less than the previous. What was the previous amount? 2,500. Now she should be 2,000. Now equation number 2. Now they solve the remaining example by elimination method. Okay, this is the answer. Thus X and Y. So thus there are 20 rupees, 20 notes of rupees 100 because X is 20. There were 20 notes of 20 notes of rupees 100 and 10 notes of rupees 20. Question number 4. Sum of the present ages of Manish and Savita is 31. Manish's age is 3 years ago was 4 times the age of Savita. Find their present age. This one is a quite a particular typical example of the application of simultaneous equations. Let's start it by assuming their ages at the present. Let the present age of Manish is X and that of Savita is Y. Okay. Then what is the condition? Condition is sum of present age of Manisha and Savita is 31. Means simply X and X plus Y is equal to 31. But the second condition is little complex. What is the second condition? Manish age 3 years ago. Manish age 3 years ago was 4 times the age of Savita. So what is the age of 3 years ago? Because we assumed the present age X here. So 3 years ago it should be X minus 3. And also of we assumed the present age of Savita Y. So Savita's age should be Y minus 3 3 years ago, right? So these are the 3 years ago ages, X minus 3 and Y minus 3. Now the condition comes in. What is the condition? The Manish age, which is X minus 3, 3 years ago, was 4 times, means 4 into of age of Savita. Age of Savita is 4 minus Y minus 3. So this is the condition. We got it after solving X minus 3 for Y minus minus 12, x minus 4y is equal to minus 9. This is the second equation. This is the first equation. You can see here x. So we can just subtract them to calculate 5y is equal to 40, y is equal to 8. Put it in one of the equation. X is equal to 23. So age of Manish is 23 and age of Savita is 80. You can check it by cross-checking it. Okay, we can see here 23 plus 8 is equal to 31, right? Before 3 years, 3 years ago, what is the 3 years ago age? 20. And what is the age of Savita 3 years ago? 5. We can see that 20 is a 4 times 5, right? So this is a correct answer. So question number 5. In a factory, the question is as like this. In a factory, the ratio in a factory, the ratio of salary of skilled and unskilled worker is 5 is to 3. 5 is to 3. So it's given written here, ratio of salary of skilled to unskilled. This is in order format. Always remember, skilled to unskilled is 5 is to 3. Do not write unskilled first. If the ratio is given, it is also in ordered format. So this is a ratio of salaries, right? The second sentence is total salary of one day of both of them. Total salary of one day of both of them is 720. Find daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers. There is one factory which have some skilled workers and some unskilled workers. So their salary is in the proportion. Means if unskilled has 3 rupees salary, then skilled worker should have 5 rupees salary. Right? So this is a ratio of their workers. So we are assuming here the salary of skilled worker is X and unskilled person or worker is Y. Okay, skilled X for skilled, Y for unskilled, X for skilled, Y for unskilled. Then this is a one day salary. So total one day salary should be X plus Y is equal to 720. It's given, right? One day salary of skilled and unskilled worker in the factory is given 720. So this is the first equation. We got it quite easily, but we have to use this also, right? So what is the ratio? So ratio is a simply the division, right? This is a division. X upon y is equal to 5 upon 3. X is for skilled. So we can see here X is for skilled and Y is for unskilled. So this is the ratio we can write. Now we can see here 3x is equal to 5y, 3x minus 5y is equal to 0. These are the two equations we got. Now we can see here we can just multiply equation this by 3 and by subtracting them we get y is equal to 270. Then put this 270 in this and we can find x is equal to 450. So one day salary of skilled person is 450. Of course it's maximum, of course it's bigger amount than the unskilled person, 270. So these are in the ratio of 5 by 3 and also total one day salary is 720. Hmm? So this is example number 5. Example number 6, which is the last example. Late, sorry, places A and B are 30 km apart. Places A and B are 30 km apart and they are on a straight road. Hamid travels from A to B on bike. At the same time, Joseph starts from B on bike towards A. They meet each other after 20 minutes. If Joseph would have started B at the same time but in the opposite direction, instead of towards A, Hamid would have caught him after 3 hours. Find the speed of Hamid and Joseph. I will read it again. Place A, places A and B. There are the two places A and B which are 30 km apart. Okay, which are 30 km apart. So, and also they are in a straight road. Hamid travels A to B on bike. At the same time, Joseph is also traveling, but he is traveling from B to A. They meet each other at after 20 minutes. If Joseph would have started from B at the same time but in opposite direction instead of towards A, Hamid would have caught him after 3 hours. Find the speed of Hamid and Joseph. So we have to use, there is a physical quantity which is a speed, distance, time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So before that, what is the assumption here? Assumption here is a simple: the speed of Joseph and speed of Hamid, because they are different. Hamid is, let the speed of Hamid is x. Okay, Hamid is traveling by x kilometer per hour and Joseph is traveling by y kilometer per hour. Okay, so use this equation whenever it is needed. When both travel in same direction, the distance covered them will be 30 kilometer, right? Because they 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 meet each other after 20 minutes, right? After 20 minutes they meet at one point, means they travel both traveled and meet at one point, means they covered the distance 30 kilometer, right? So they meet at after 20 minutes. 20 minutes is equal to 1 by 3 hour, right? 20 upon 60 is converted, 20 minutes is converted into hour. Why we are converting into hour? Because we assumed it kilometer per hour, so that we have to keep it in one unit. So we convert the time minute into hour. So we can see here x by 3. Why x by 3? Because the speed is x, and what is the distance then? Distance is speed into time. So what is time? 1 by 3. Speed into time. Speed is x, time is 1 by 3. Speed is x, time is 1 by 3. Speed is y, time is 1 by 3. So they took the same time, but they have different speeds. So x by 3 plus y by 3 is equal to 30. So if we multiply it by 3, we can see the equation number 1, which is x plus y is equal to 90. Got it? What is the second condition here? Second condition here is when Joseph started from B but moved in opposite direction. When moved in opposite direction means not in the direction of A. He was going in direction of A firstly. Now if he goes opposite of the direction, means distance traveled by Hamid minus distance traveled by Joseph is equal to 30, right? Then we can see here, what is distance traveled by Hamid? 3 into x. And what is distance traveled by Joseph? 3 into y. So we can write here is 3x minus 3y is equal to 30, right? Understand? What is the condition number 2? I will explain it again. If Joseph would have started from B at the same time, I will explain it by, so firstly you have understand what is the first condition. First condition is this one: A, this one is A, this one is B. Hamid is going from A to B and they meet at some point O. Okay, so Hamid travels same time. He travels 1 by 3 hour, which is 20 minutes. Similarly, he also traveled 1 by 3 hour. But what is the distance? Multiply it with their speeds. He travels with the speed x, he travels with the speed y, and is equal to, what was the 30 kilometer positive is equal to 30 kilometer, right? This is the first equation. It's quite easy, right? Now in the second condition, what is the second condition? Understand it with the carefully, okay? Suppose here is A, here is a B. Now what happens is Hamid, which is uh, traveling x kilometer per hour, goes A to B. But Joseph, instead of going to A, he also travels to far from A, means opposite direction, right? They are traveling both in same direction now. The second condition is Joseph also starts from B, but in the opposite direction, not in the A. He goes in the opposite direction. So when they meet, there should be point like this. This is the point of meeting. Okay. So this is the time. Total time required is 3 hours, right? So Hamid would have caught him after 3 hours. 3 hour time. So after 3 hours, Hamid will be here at point C, and Joseph also will be at point C. So distance traveled by Hamid. Distance traveled by Hamid. What is distance traveled by Hamid? A to C, right? A to C. This is Hamid, H, right? And distance traveled by Joseph. What is distance traveled by Joseph? Which is this. Means AC is the distance by Hamid, and BC is the distance by Joseph, right? AC is distance by Hamid and BC is distance by Joseph. If we subtract them, what we got is AB. What we got is AB, which is a 30-kilometer road, right? If we subtract them, we got the kilometer AB. So what we used, where we used these 3 hours to calculate the distance. 3 hours is calculated here. 3 into x means the 3 hours into x speed. So distance is 3x. This distance AC, Hamid distance is 3x, right? The minus 3y. 3y is the Joseph distance, which is this one. J is 3y. Okay, the 3x, the total distance, which is AC. 3x minus this 3y is the 30, right? So this is the logic behind it. 3x minus 3y is equal to 30, and then we can solve it by our methods. Earlier method, x is equal to 50 and 40. So this is the answer. The speed of Hamid is 50 and the speed of Joseph is 40 kilometers. If you still not understanding this and want more to explain, please write it in the comment. We will try to explain it. So this was our the chapter number 1 from mathematics part 1, which is linear equation in two variables. I think we have completed all the practice sets and core concepts of the chapter. Now we will see the chapter number 2, which is a quadratic equation. Okay, now the second chapter will be uh, beginning from our next chapter, next video. So thank you very much for watching it. Thank you.